Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2021 Martin Luther King Jr. Day Virtual Celebration, brought to you by the students of ISD 11. I'm DJ Don, and I'd like to send out a warm MLK Day salute to everyone in attendance. Before we begin, I'd like to give it up for one of our panel of hosts today, Blaine High School Student Achievement Advisor, Ross Giles.
Thank you, DJ Don. Everyone, welcome. Thank you so much. This year has been a very challenging year for us all. Under normal circumstances, today is a day where we'd be out serving the community, worshiping and paying it forward in some way to have a positive impact on others in our community. Like we've done in the past at Anoka-Hennepin, we've also celebrated the life of Dr. Martin Luther King and what sacrifices and service has meant to our existence as a culture in our society. And we would like to bring that to you today. So where would we be? Well, after a morning of community service, all 5 high schools and some middle schools would have representatives assemble at Anoka Middle School for the Performing Arts. We'd have a celebration there like no other. Good food, good fellowship, student performance, lifting up. We dance, we laugh, we sing, and we inspire. Through entertainment and spoken word on that day, our students' voices shine bright. Today, we want to bring all of that to you, the people of Anoka-Hennepin, to help share in our experience. MLK Day is our only federal holiday designated as a national day of service to encourage all Americans to volunteer and improve their communities. Our hope is that this event will help motivate others to want to make a difference in their communities, in their neighborhoods, and in their schools. We would like to take time to consider sharing a look outside of I Have a Dream to explore ways that the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King would have encouraged service to others, even amongst adverse times like the present day challenges, not only of a pandemic, but issues regarding equity, bias, privileges that impede us today as a nation. New era, same agenda. Where do we go from here?
As a community, to just get to know other people's struggles that we probably may have not considered beforehand, such as with the rioting that had just recently happened, and just I wouldn't necessarily say that it's POC's thing to make other people understand it, but as a your own person to just be yeah, I want to further my education on it, because we have time, since considering we're in the pandemic and you have to stay home. And that leads me to another issue that we should if we're gonna think of others to wear masks and do the community guidelines and stuff and not go to big parties and just try to do our best to keep everybody safe and clean and stuff like that.
That was great. Thank you, Keyana, for that powerful conversation about what it means to serve others, even in adverse times like we are experiencing today. Let's take it back to Mr. Giles, where he will talk about ways students could cope with such adversity.
Right now, times are challenging for everyone. For us to get through these tough times, we have to be able to see ourselves in better conditions, set goals related to when we get out of this horrible state of disarray, and reflect on the growth we had during this time. None of us should have to do it alone. Speak out and don't hesitate to let someone know that you need support. We're all in this together. Let's work to make each other feel supported. This is only part of the reason why Anoka-Hennepin School District has been working so hard to provide a partnership for a place of support for students in need. Change to Chill is that partnership that helps teens become more aware of the things that stress them out, and it equips them to be relevant with tools and resources to better manage stress and anxiety so that they can live happier, more resilient lives. For more information, contact your Student Support Service Counselor or SAA, or go online to changetochill.org.
Hey guys, it's David Ayeni. I'll be one of your hosts today. Let's welcome one of our first guests, Ivy Ito from Anoka High School, as she does a rendition of Eyes on Sparrow.
Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I know he watches me.
Much of what is done at Anoka-Hennepin involves students showing their creative sides. All across the district, there are some of the most talented students of all art forms, creative and cutting edge. These students use their platform for expression. Take a look at some of the beautiful works of visual art from around our district, displaying the many talents of our students of all ages.
That was truly inspiring. Thank you to all the students that submitted their creations for such a great presentation of visual expression. As you can see, we have some great talents here at Anoka-Hennepin. And now let's see more of the performances from our creatively expressive Anoka-Hennepin students and staff, designed to promote a positive message for striving your goals and persevering through challenging circumstances. Our next student performer is doing an original rap that she put together with her friend Zain and Dege, and they worked really hard to create it. Please welcome Naya Miller from Roosevelt Middle School.
Interactions with officers really makes me wonder how much people actually suffer for the ones in our culture. So much police brutality messing with our mentality. Mainly people on the streets, but I guess that's just reality. So here we are, looking up at the stars, thinking about the family that we lost so far. So say their names, stretch for beyond a day. This is the life we're living, and it's really just a shame. Together we can rise, take the police by surprise. We can look them in the eyes and ask them the reason why they have so much hate for black people anyway. We may not be perfect, doesn't mean you take our life away. We're not your slaves, so put the guns away. We're not scared of your threats, and we're still not in the grave. You can take our voice away. We have things we want to say. Just know that Black Lives Matter, and we're here to stay. I hope you liked it. Thank you.
Thank you, Naya. That was outstanding. You and Zain did a great job creating this piece. Up next, we have a special interpretive African dance routine that will certainly amaze you. Please welcome Malu, Mary, Ashley, and Mercy, who represent Anoka High School.
I know you like it, get your jollof. Get your jollof. I know you like it, my beans. You like it, my beans. I know that she giving you fufu. You put them for my soup.
do, re, mi, fa, so. Baby, oh, I go love you, make you no worry. Baby, oh, if I give you belly, na me, my gas. So, baby, give me that bum bum. Give me that bum bum. Baby, give me that bum 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 bum. Give me that bum bum bum. Baby, give me that bum bum. Give me that bum bum. Baby, give me that bum 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 bum. Give me that bum bum bum. Angelina, do me a telephone. Now you don't believe me. Ah bébé je m'en fous. Ah bébé je m'en fous. Now we Otina, Sokoto, Otina, Sokoto, Otina, Otina, Sokoto, Otina, Sokoto, allez Otina, Sokoto, Otina, Sokoto, Otina, Sokoto.
Huge thank you to another African dance team. That was an amazing performance. Thank you.
Thank you for that lovely performance. Now, how about hearing a little more on why we're here today and what MLK Day is all about for us? Let's welcome Emmy Award-winning television journalist, Miss Angela Davis.
Hello, everyone. I'm Angela Davis from Minnesota Public Radio, and as we celebrate MLK Day, I want to encourage you to dream. To dream. Let your imaginations run wild and see where it takes you. I grew up on a farm in Southern Virginia, about 4 hours south of Washington, D.C., so in a very rural environment. And I used to watch a lot of television news when I was a child. And when I was about 12 years old, I decided that's what I wanted to do for a living. I wanted to be a television news anchor. And it was funny to all of my family members and friends because, you know, where would I get such an idea? I didn't know anybody who worked in TV, but I could feel it in my bones. I knew that's what I wanted to do. And so I worked really hard in school. I went on to college. I studied journalism. And in my first jobs, after I graduated from college, working in television, behind the scenes, I really pushed myself. And so I ended up spending 28 years working in front of the camera as a television news anchor and also as a reporter, much of that time here in Minnesota. And, you know, when I got older, I decided I wanted to do something new. I wanted a new challenge. And so I decided to apply for a job as a talk show host on the radio. And that's what I do now here at Minnesota Public Radio. My message to you is this: focus on the future. Don't get so caught up in the present and everything that you're worrying about right now. Instead, spend your energy thinking about what you want your life to be in the future. How do you get to that next place in life? How do you get to a better place? Focus on that. Put your energy into that. Surround yourself with good people who encourage you and who encourage your dreams and who help you get to where you want to be. And keep in mind that each of us, we all have a gift. It's our jobs to find out what that gift is. I believe that's what Dr. King did. He knew he had a gift and he spent his life working on that gift and sharing that gift with the world. You can be the change you want to see in the world, but spend some time focusing on what it is you really want to do and what gets you closer to that and what gets you further away from that goal. And don't try to be like everybody else. It's okay to be different. It's great to be different. When I was growing up, I used to get teased all the time because I didn't have the traditional Southern accent or the drawl that a lot of my family members and friends had. I talked different than everybody else and I was teased for it. Turns out that was something that helped me a lot as I moved on in my career as a journalist. Not having an accent, I'm told. So finally, try to be nice and remember that you want to treat people the way you want to be treated. You'd be surprised what happens when you are truly a helpful person. Other people realize that and they tend to help you out when you need it. Take care of yourselves right now. And you know, if you're not feeling okay, you should tell someone, talk to someone, share your feelings with people, and maybe they can help you feel better. It's okay to ask for help. I hope you get a chance to listen to my talk show sometimes. I talk a lot about students and what's happening in schools. Know that a lot of people care about students and about what is happening in schools, and we want to see you be successful, and we want to see you be happy. All right, I have a podcast too. Listen to the podcast. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for including me in your event today.
Thank you, Ms. Davis, for such an uplifting message. It comes with the most sincerity that I say we all appreciate hearing about moving forward with purpose and positivity, especially at a time like this. Thank you. Next, we have a singing performance from Amani Harris from Coon Rapids High School, singing a piece entitled Powerful. Let's hear it, Amani.
People been talking about it. We won't just stand here in silence. Can't stop the fire from rising. Whoa, people, don't you be afraid. So many innocent slain. This is an era for change. Malcolm's probably turning in his grave. Every shade was beautifully made and powerful. There's so much strength in you and me. Powerful, a breath away from victory. I matter, you matter, we matter. I matter, you matter, we matter. Powerful, powerful. I see a colorful future where skin don't define any human, and stars are the only thing shooting. Whoa, whoa. Mothers who bury their child, how can we sit there and hide? Change comes when all take a stand now. Stand up, Martin's speech still echoes in my brain. Every shade was beautifully made and powerful. There's so much strength in you and me. Powerful, a breath away from victory. I matter, you matter, we matter. I matter, you matter, we matter. Powerful, powerful. There's so much strength in you and me. Powerful, a breath away from victory. I matter, you matter, we matter. I matter, you matter, we matter. Powerful,
Shedding light on the world that we live in, it's important that we take time to see the beauty that's all around us. What's paramount? A focus on all that's good, just so that we can set positive goals on how we want to experience life. That's with hope. Let's hear more from that hope with a song from Alexis Snyder from Blaine High School, singing What a Wonderful World.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Thank you, Alexa. That was a beautiful cover of the classic song by Louis Armstrong. Now I'm going to be introducing Ashley Wongby from Anoka High School, and she sings her cover of Faith by her.
I'm lost. Is it really my fault? I don't think that it's supposed to be hard. It was really meant to be. So give me a sign. Is it always gonna be mine? Have I given enough of my time? And playing these rules when they taught me nothing sweet, sweet fate. I've had about all I can take. Am I living in the path that I make? Is it yours? I wonder, sweet, sweet fate. Oh, if it's really out of my hands, can you forgive all of my sins? Have mercy on me. Why me? If you walked a mile using my feet, you would go a little easy on me. You know where I'm coming from. How come when I'm looking at everyone, they get away with having that fun? I'm paying these dues when they drop me nothing sweet, sweet fate. I've had about all I can take. Am I living in the path that I make? Is it yours? I wonder,
Caged Bird by Maya Angelou. A free bird leaps on the back of wind and floats downstream till the current ends and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rays. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but long for still. His tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opened his throat to see. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still. His tune is heard on the distant hill, for caged bird sings of freedom. Thank you.
Thank you, Maimuna. The words of Maya Angelou are very inspirational and ones that we will never forget. Thank you for sharing that with us.
So awesome. Thank you. Let's keep the entertainment going with a song from Champlin Park High School social studies teacher, Miss Jalen Giles, singing A Beautiful Noise by Alicia Keys and Brandy Carlisle.
I have a voice, started out as a whisper, turned into a scream, made a beautiful noise, shoulder to shoulder marching in the street. When you're all alone, it's a quiet breeze, but when we band together, it's a choir, thunder and rain. Now we have a choice, 'cause I have a voice. I'm not living to die. Don't stand in a wasteland, look me in the eye. Stop living a lie and stand up next to me. We gotta put one foot in front of the other, with a hand in a hand holding on to each other. Go on and rejoice, 'cause you have a voice. It is loud and it is clear. It's stronger than your fear. It's believing you belong. It's for calling out the wrong. From the silence of my sisters to the violence of my brothers, we can rage against the river, feel the pain of another. I have a voice, I have a voice, and I let it speak for the ones who aren't yet really free. It's killing me, nobody's saying what we need to hear. I will not let silence win. Oh, when I see all the pain our people are in, there's no other choice. 'Cause it is loud and it is clear. It's stronger than your fear. It's believing you belong. It's for calling out the wrong. From the mouths of our mothers to the lips of our daughters, we can dream, and like our brothers speaking loud like our fathers, we can heal. Can you hear us? Can you hear us now? I have a voice, started out as a whisper, turned into a scream, made a beautiful noise, shoulder to shoulder marching in the street. When you're all alone, it's a quiet breeze, but when we band together, it's a choir, thunder and rain. Now we have a choice, 'cause I have a voice, 'cause I have a voice, 'cause I have a voice.
This day has been so great for us all. The music, the entertainment, the fun. All in honor of a man that persevered through a time when there was no platform other than his church, and the ability to instill its members the importance of what civil rights for each individual are. If not for his efforts, there would be even more challenges for us today. While change is not immediate, through services to others with compassion and empathy, change is imminent. Thank you to everyone for your support of these students. Please welcome our final speaker of the day, the Minnesota Chapter President of the National Association of Black Accountants, Mr. Orlando Bryant.
Hi, I'm Orlando Bryant with the National Associations of Black Accountants, Minneapolis-St. Paul Chapter. I'm the president for NABA Twin Cities, and today I want to talk about the importance of providing service or continuing to provide service during adverse situations. Before I talk about that, I would like to share a little bit of background about myself. Again, I'm the president for NABA Twin Cities. Aside from that, I am a cybersecurity consultant. I work for a cybersecurity startup firm called ZeroFox. And what ZeroFox does, we help our clients, we protect our clients' digital presence on social media and other platforms, as well as work with them to identify confidential leaked information that a hacker may have obtained some way that may have been posted on the dark web. So that's just what I do for work. But again, I volunteer for NABA, then I also volunteer for my church. I'm the director of finance for Blue Oaks Covenant Church, as well as the chairman of the board. I also sit on the board of directors for Hennepin Theater Trust, and I'm also a real estate investor and also a father. I have 2 small children. My daughter is 6 and my son is 5. And today, I just want to touch on the importance of continuing to provide service to others. So like I said, I wear multiple hats, and with that, I didn't get to where I am today by myself or by not doing anything. So I started back, I went to college in Mankato, went to Minnesota State University, Mankato, and got my undergrad degree there in law enforcement and Spanish. I was a police officer before I got into consulting for about 5 years. Then I switched to consulting and moved to Chicago, then moved back to Minneapolis about 6 years ago. But with that, throughout my time as a police officer, I always wanted to give back. When I was in high school, I wanted to be an FBI agent, give back, be an investigator, just really help to solve crimes, solve mysteries that I had to work on. But I went throughout as being a police officer though. But again, provide that level of service, not expecting anything back from the people that I helped. And that's just one area that I really enjoyed. And now as a consultant, as a leader for NABA, as a board of director, as working with my leader in my church, still being able to provide service to others, providing value to others as well, and not expecting anything in return. And in light of all the situations that has transpired over this past summer with social injustice and racial inequalities, and the murders of Black people overall, it's very unfortunate, but still being able to find some way to provide service to others in light of what happened is still something that I continue to do on a daily basis, and just want to encourage you all to also think of that way as well. One thing that Angela Davis had mentioned was thinking about the future, towards the future, not just focusing on the present, and also your network. So networking is very important. So in order to do the things that I do or what other professionals do, we all develop networks along the way, not really thinking about it. You guys are most likely developing your networks right now. You have your social peer networks with your classmates, if you're in sports, with your teammates, and also with your family or your friends of friends or your family's friends that know each other. So there's multiple different networks that you may not even know or realize that you're already part of. But it's very important, like I was saying earlier, just to think about ways that you can provide service. It might be to your networks, or it might be to a community organization, or it might be another local nonprofit, or even to your school, or even a pet store or other place that needs help. So one thing with that is thinking of a way to provide service to somebody, but also figuring out a way, how is this something that you're passionate about doing, or something that brings you joy in what you're doing. Because when we're providing service to others, more 9 out of 10 times we're most likely not receiving anything in return. But just knowing that at the forefront of the process or the action that we're going to complete, it's going to help you know what the expected outcome is going to be. So this summer, after the murder of George Floyd, with NABA Twin Cities, what we did was we leveraged some of our general fund, dollar funds within our budget, and we bought supplies for the residents over in North Minneapolis, and we partnered with or networked with other local small Black and minority-owned businesses and professionals to distribute those products that we purchased with others. So it was a really good collaborative effort, from various community leaders and also small businesses within the Twin Cities area. So again, that was just a networking opportunity, and that was based off the network that I knew, or that was created based off my relationship with NABA, associations with NABA. So thinking of different ways that we're all able to provide some level of service to others. Dr. Martin Luther King, he was a very selfless man. He was within his church, but then also within the community, within the United States, globally, with his efforts of social equality, racial equality, and the strides that he took, putting himself on the line, his family on the line, and others, in order to get to a more equal state, or attempt to get to a more equal state of us all being able to be treated fairly and also equally. So as we commemorate Dr. Martin Luther King's Day, or MLK Day, just encourage you guys all to think of ways that you can provide service to others in light of issues or situations that are present in our communities. And think of ways that you can help that issue or situation that's going on. Again, that's where you're trying to leverage or tap into your network to say, hey, this is going on, let's do something about it. So I just encourage you all to continue to think that way. And again, think of the expected outcome, what it will be before you even do it. And again, it's going to help you to not be disappointed or not feel a certain way if things don't go out the way you were expecting them to go. And I know for myself, I always go into things with thinking the unexpected is going to happen. So I'm never disappointed, or not disappointed as much when something doesn't go the way that I intended it to. So thank you guys all for being here. I hope you enjoyed your MLK Celebration Day. And I look forward to hopefully connecting with a lot of you just to help you learn more about accounting and finance with our NABA Twin Cities network here locally and then across the United States. You can follow NABA Twin Cities on social media. Just look at NABA Twin Cities on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and Twitter. Thank you all, and have a good day. Bye.